What's up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with...
Only Use Me Blade.
And this is the BadKidCast. This is an audio cast that you listen to while you game.
I actually got hate from that whole don't tell me to listen to while you game thing.
But a lot of people listen to us while they game.
Okay.
They do. All right. So this show, this is episode 32 of the BadKidCast, is brought to you by YouTubeGaming.com. If you're a small YouTuber and you're into the gaming scene, this is a website that's going to give you a lot of useful tools to prolong your YouTube career and let you meet some other people that's around in the world.
Looks like it's a really active forum.
Yeah, it's a forum developed for YouTube gamers. All right, and then moving on to our next sponsor. It was the same sponsor from last week. He came to me, and this show's about reality and being honest and everything.
Yeah.
He came to me, he was like, you didn't really describe my channel good enough. So I was like, dude, we'll take care of it next episode.
We said because of his level of play that he was into like esports, and apparently that's not the case.
No, well, see, what he does is he does challenges like out to the audience. He'll be like, all right, you tell me what class, and then basically the audience is picking the matches ups and they're picking the players to play against. It's kind of like this community fight club thing that they've developed on Call of Duty. It's pretty cool.
That's actually a really good description.
Yeah, so that's actually what his channel's about. It is TCC, the COD Challenge, and his YouTube channel is in the description. And check out them and YouTubeGaming.com. You ready for the music?
I want to give a shout out to the person that donated.
Oh, dude.
Here's the thing. We have a donate link that's in the description, and it's for the show. It's basically money for, like right now we're trying to raise money so that we can go and do that hike.
Yeah, we want to climb a mountain. And this dude, last show, this dude Damien donated $40. He was the top dog, top donator, but he has been trumped by Noah, do I say his last name?
Sure.
Westcott. Noah Westcott fucking hammered it down, is now the king donator by how much?
He donated $100.
$100. That's fucking awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. And
we appreciate it and we love you. Thank you.
Yeah, anything that comes in, we love it, but $100 is a fucking Benjamin. Cue the music!
Damn.
You are now watching another BadKidCast with Killer Keemstar and Only Use Me Blade.
What's up, BadKidCast? My name is Killer Keemstar, and I'm here with
Only Use Me Blade.
And this is the BadKidPodcast.
This is recorded on a Sunday, and hopefully I want to get it up before
Newsroom.
Newsroom is an excellent show. Now, there's a show called Girls, okay?
Oh, God.
Listen, the first season of Girls, right?
Quit boring the audience.
It's not. I'm explaining Newsroom real quick, all right?
Okay.
When Girls ended in the first season, I was bummed out. I was like, man, what the fuck am I going to watch on Sundays now? You know what I mean? And what happened was there was this new show called Newsroom.
New shoe called Newsroom.
A new show called Newsroom there, see? Anyways, it was a new show called... Why? Okay, now you fucked me up. You fucked me up.
Blade is unhinged. Too bad this isn't going on your channel.
No. New show called Newsroom.
There was a new show called Newsroom on Sundays.
On Sundays, and I started watching the first episode. I watched the first episode, and I was immediately hooked. And I got you into it. And I was like...
No, you did. Stop saying that.
Why?
You did
I told you about it.
No, you didn't.
I told you about it.
You did tell me about Newsroom, but I replied, well, I'm already watching that.
Okay, well, it's not like it's some great title that, I'm the one that told you about it. I'm not that kind of hipster. It doesn't matter. I'm fine with the fact that you... Okay, how about this? I'll even...
This is what
give
happened.
It the other way. I'll say you watched it before I did. How about that?
Bam! Now some truth is being laid on you.
Now you know why? Did you watch the first episode?
Okay, I watched the first episode on YouTube.
So you did see it before I saw it by about 3 hours.
Yeah.
Because I was on the West Coast at that time.
Wait, so you saw the very first episode?
Yes, when it aired.
Okay, so you probably seen it before me. because I seen it on YouTube. They released the very first episode, full episode, on YouTube.
That's smart. I don't know why. First off, that was a really, really strong episode. Like, all of them are good. All of them are good. But, like, that's genius to release a show, especially for a premium channel like HBO. Release a show to YouTube.
You know what the greatest thing about Newsroom, and I'm thinking about this now, is most shows have this build-up. Like, something's going to happen in the series. It has this build-up, and it takes you through the seasons to that final moment at the end of the season.
Yeah.
With Newsroom, something big, crazy shit happens right at the beginning, and then you start seeing the results to that tragedy.
Yeah.
So it's like...
It's a real intellectual show, too. Like, it's not for dumb people, I'll say that.
It's a show that really doesn't make you wait either. You know what I mean? It gives you the stuff that you want instantly. I don't know if I'm an impatient person. I want stuff immediately.
Yes, very
all right?
much so.
A lot of shows drag shit out and keep you on the edge of your
Like,
seat.
sometimes when you watch an episode of something, you're like, that's a filler episode. You know what I mean? Like, that's just like, we just had to...
But every fucking episode is exciting because it's tragedies within the news.
Yeah.
You know? And then it's, of course, the backstory as well. But the thing with Newsroom is I never felt like I was on the edge of the seat. I felt like I was in a fucking roller coaster going fast the whole time. And it was great.
They talk so fast, and because it's a fast-paced world that they're in, that there's so much within each episode.
You know how last episode we were talking about like how like I move faster than normal people?
Yeah.
And sometimes I slur my words because of that or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's why this show, because it's on that pace. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now, do you ever watch the show and kind of don't know what's going on?
Do I ever watch the show and not know what's going on all the time?
Yeah. I don't know. It'd be nice to be able to like pause it and like look up what the fuck they're talking about sometimes. Or like sometimes they use a word and then I'm not an idiot.
Oh, I know what you're saying. You're talking about the actual news stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I religiously follow the news. I always have since about the year 2000 when I became an adult. I started getting into CNN. I used to watch CNN, Fox, MSC all day long. That's all I'd watch, and I've been like that up until recently where I started watching shows.
Yeah.
So when they do the news stories on Newsroom, I identify with it exactly, and it's cool.
You know what though? I grew up watching the news, and
like the last thing they said is apparently Anthony Weiner's Twitter was hacked, and he was like sending pictures of his junk around.
Yeah, that was like the last thing of the first season. Yeah. What the fuck? Oh, I remember watching the news a lot when I was a kid, but I would watch it and laugh at it. Because, like, the news anchors and the fake banter...
Are you talking about your local news?
Yeah, the local news.
Oh, yeah, they're horrible.
First off, whenever you... Like, I experienced this for a little bit. I tried to watch the local news here in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it. It's like a foreign thing to me. Because I don't know, like, the streets. I don't know the town legislature. I don't know any of that stuff because I'm not from here.
I've never watched local news.
Really?
When I was a kid,
Local news is a riot, though.
Local news does not interest me at all. I only watch friggin' like CNN.
See, you're watching the professional news. Local news to me is like Bush League, and it's fucking hilarious.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
First off, the fake stuff, like the fake banter, the how people interact with each other. It's so cheesy. It's awesome though.
And now to you, Rob, the weatherman.
Yeah.
What?
And there's always awkward silences and it's just awkward.
They always end up laughing. I'm on my weather on Channel 4. Like when I was growing up, there was these two young people that did it, and we actually saw that guy at the place we were at yesterday. Mm-hmm. The Y guy, and they would always like be like laughing like hysterically. They'd be like, "So, how are those pumpkins?" And he'd be like. The pumpkins are fine, like, and you could never figure out why the fuck they were laughing. It was the worst.
That's weird.
And I remember asking my mom, I was like, "Mom, what's going on?" And she's like, "They're on drugs."
Can I tell you what my favorite news combo that I ever watched? I don't know if you can call this news, but SportsCenter. Mm-hmm. On SportsCenter in, I think, mid-90s, it was Keith Olbermann and Craig... something, I don't know.
Okay.
He was the asshole dude in Old School.
Keith Olbermann is like the liberal left wing, like.
Yeah. He does all this stuff on like MS. Is he still on MSNBC?
No, they fired him for some reason. I don't know what happened.
Oh.
He's basically from what I've read on a lot of blogs, is that in a lot of ways, Newsroom copied the exact real life story of Keith.
Really?
Olbermann. Yeah.
That's crazy.
But they've never come out and said that.
Oh, but that's what everyone's kind of thinking.
Yeah, because there's a lot of stuff follows.
I'm trying to remember who the other person is, because you've seen the movie Old School, right?
Yeah.
Remember the kind of asshole dude that was like, I'm trying to remember who he was. Fuck, can we pause the show and let me look this up?
Sure, but just another thing about Newsroom is that what's weird about it is Will, which is the main character, he's the news anchor, he has really strong liberal views.
Yeah.
Really strong liberal views. In fact, he calls the Tea Party the American, what's the word for the terrorist?
Terrorists?
The American terrorist. He
Okay.
basically calls him that, right? And he's a registered Republican. So it's really strange how they tried to do that.
Wait, I thought the whole thing that he never released that he was, what side he picked.
No, he is a registered Republican, but he has liberal views.
On the show, we're talking about on the show, right?
Yeah.
But I thought, like,
So
the
some
very first episode, he refused to say what it was. When did he release whether he's a Republican or a Democrat?
In like a couple episodes, he says, I'm a Republican, a registered Republican.
Oh, okay.
So, but they run on real liberal views, and this it's really crazy.
Well, I mean, part of the show is that with what's her name is that they're trying to make it so it's not, where they're going to present the news and people can like take it and do it what they want, not giving their point of view of it.
What guy were you talking about in Old School?
He is the he used to host the Daily Show before Jon Stewart hosted it. And in Old School, he was like the super tall asshole dude that... Can we just pause it and look it up, please?
That's ridiculous.
All right.
And we are back.
The person that I cannot remember his name was Craig Kilborn.
How did you not remember his name? He used to have his own late night show.
Yeah, he used to have his own... Well, I messed that up. I messed that up with Craig Ferguson.
Oh.
So that's why it always screws with me.
Why can't you shut a fucking door?
All right, to explain this, guys.
This is the most ridiculous shit in the world.
I don't know why, but for some reason, the last, like, couple weeks, when I've been at Keem's house, I, like, have this issue where I don't shut his door when we, like, go from outside playing ladder ball in.
No. Let me explain this to you. We've all had friends that are over at your house or just people that live in your house that don't shut the door properly. Like, they'll push it shut, but it doesn't latch. Or it'll be, like, an inch away from being closed. And you're like, what the hell? Shut the door. Like, fulfill it. You know?
Yeah.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about this motherfucker sitting right next to me now, walking into my house. It's 100 degrees outside.
Literally 100
Air
degrees.
conditioning's, like, pumping on my house. And he doesn't even touch the door at all. Once it's open, he walks in and leaves it wide open.
I don't mean to.
Who does that?
I don't mean to.
How is that possible?
And the weird thing is, I don't do that at anybody else's house. I don't do that at my house.
I'm not even really that mad. I'm more just, like, shocked at, like, that's impossible.
Yeah.
No one does that. Who the fuck does that?
I don't know. I already know I'm sorry about it, and I'm going to make a conscious effort to change that. It's a simple thing. And I don't know. It's a mystery to me too. I don't know why.
It doesn't make sense.
I know it doesn't make sense.
You can't walk into a house without touching the... Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Who does that? Maybe I'm getting a little OCD, but, like, this is ridiculous.
You have a right to be concerned or worried. I don't know what the word is, but you have a right.
No, I just don't know how anybody could have the mental capacity not to grab the fucking door.
It just slipped my mind. I don't know why, but it's happening only at your house for some reason. Only at your house.
Because you're not paying this air conditioning.
Yeah. I don't think it has a thing on it. Like it's rude. You know what I mean? It's rude on my part. It's not intentional.
All right. I told you I was going to bring this up on the podcast.
That's fair. I mean,
fucking leaving my door wide open
on 100 day. I remember I got in my car on the way to come here, and the fucking temperature gauge said it was 97 degrees. Too damn hot.
I mean, it's just, are you so fucking hot outside that you want to get to the air conditioning that you don't close the door behind you, that you're like just diving in? Like,
Yeah,
what
just
is
dolphin diving into your house, yeah.
The other time when you left my house, like we were all using one car, you're the last one in the house, you had to use the bathroom. Walks out the front door and just walked right out. And just, we're like, dude, we're like staring at him like, the door, like what? What the fuck? Like, I don't know. It drives me insane thinking about it.
Well, now I make a conscious effort to close the door now.
It drives me insane to think about that. That happens. I don't know. I'm freaking out. Okay, so anyhow, George Zimmerman is found not guilty.
What time did that happen? Because I read that like super late.
I came home and it just happened.
So on a Saturday night, these people in Florida in the summer are like, let's just get this done over with so we don't want to be here anymore. Like, that's a really quick...
It was a 16-hour deliberation, and the jury came back that George Zimmerman was not guilty. Your thoughts on the case?
What were they trying to charge him with? Like, because there's like murder, and then there's... Manslaughter. I mean, technically he should get manslaughter. If you think about it, right? If he killed the dude, like if you kill someone and you don't mean to, like I think that's what the definition of manslaughter is. I could be completely wrong, but like it's still manslaughter is one of those things where like you didn't mean to kill him, but you still did.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
What?
All right, if George Zimmerman, if what he's saying is true, right? Mm-hmm. He gets attacked by this black kid. Black kid starts beating him up, slamming his head into the concrete. Punched his nose, broke his nose, and starts beating him up. Then he starts reaching for his gun.
Okay.
So, he's in the ground getting his ass kicked, and all of a sudden, this dude is now trying to take his gun from him. He grabs the gun first, fires off a shot. That's Zimmerman's story. Now, if that is the truth, all right, does he deserve to be in jail? Does George Zimmerman deserve to be in jail? No, he doesn't.
If that is the truth, then I don't believe that he deserves to be in jail.
Okay, now here's the problem. There is no proof that didn't happen. And he's the only witness.
That's crazy.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
That's the problem. He's the only witness alive, and there's no proof that it didn't happen that way.
I mean, could they see how he was shot? I mean, could they look at the crime scene?
They did that already. Everything matches up. The fucking police were on...
Originally, he wasn't even arrested, right?
Because they know that it was self-defense and that there's no evidence to say it was anything else. And these people are up in arms. They're like, come on, we got to have justice for Trayvon Martin. We got to... No! You can't just put a fucking innocent person in jail. And that dude, George Zimmerman, has not been proven to be guilty. There's no evidence. I'm not even talking about what the jury says. I'm saying that there's no evidence where anybody that can say 100% that he's guilty. Nobody can do that. It's just an opinion on facts that you'll never know because you weren't there.
You know what I hate? What I hate about the whole trial and everything like that, and the whole situation is they made it a race thing.
They're still making a race thing. The NCAA is marching up and down fucking justice for Trayvon Martin, and they're trying to get the federal DA involved now to get charges on fucking
insane.
Zimmerman.
That's insane. If it was like same race on same race.
Let me tell you something about fucking George Zimmerman. He took a black girl to prom.
Okay.
He's good friends with a black neighbor. On such good terms that the black neighbor can walk into his house and has a key to his house.
Damn.
There's black people in his fucking neighborhood. Like 20% of his neighbors are black.
Okay.
All right. George Zimmerman dated a black woman for a certain amount of time, and his grandfather was black.
Are you serious?
Yes.
You know what?
So why is the NCAA, Al Revlin Sharpton, whatever the fuck your name is, marching up and down the street saying civil rights?
NCAP.
Whatever. What the fuck? I'm so sick of it. You idiots marching in the street, like you make yourself look so dumb. You make yourself look so dumb, and you want to prolong racism because you want racism to be anything under the sun. It's ridiculous.
It's true. I mean, I don't know enough about the case to really I feel like I don't want to like talk about it because I didn't really follow the case. I didn't really follow it. It's just like, so I'm.
The other thing is Trayvon Martin, all right, smoked marijuana.
Yeah.
No problem with that. I smoke weed.
Okay.
He sold marijuana. I really don't care.
Yeah.
But that's a proven fact. He got into 2 fights at his school. And one of the fights, he broke the dude's nose. Just like George Zimmerman had a broken nose.
Wow.
All right? That's one thing that the people do not know. Look this up. This is the truth. All right? The other thing about Trayvon Martin is he was a 17-year-old kid. And all the pictures that they put on the news is like when he's 11. And when he's like
crazy.
15.
That's stupid.
There's no recent pictures that they're putting up on the news. That's why we all see this like baby-faced little boy. And we're like, oh, a kid died.
Yeah.
All right? He was 17. All right? Another thing that not a lot of people are talking about is that they found on his text messages that he was trying to acquire an illegal gun.
Oh, are you serious?
This dude was a wannabe gangster. He was trying to get a fucking gun. He sells drugs. He does drugs. Another thing that they found out is that there's this drug or something called Leet or something. And
Ludes?
Ludes.
Okay.
And
that's an old school drug.
And what do you need to make ludes? You need candy and you need something else, right?
I have no idea. I have no idea how to make ludes.
Well, anyhow, there's the ingredients that you need to make ludes is what he had on him when he was murdered. He went to the store basically to get the stuff to make ludes. And they found in recent text messages and stuff that he was telling his friends, yo, I'm about to make some crazy ludes.
Huh.
There's all this part about the story that people don't know. And I'm not saying that if Trayvon Martin was murdered in cold blood that, because he was a drug dealer, because he did all this other stuff, Zimmerman should be found innocent. All I'm saying is they keep on painting this picture of this innocent boy getting killed by a man. And it's not
I think,
that.
But I think people, whenever someone's like a murder victim, you don't, like, people have an issue with trying to
talk about what they were up to.
Yeah, they don't like, if someone gets murdered, they're like, oh, this person got murdered. Let's look at the other person, but they never look at the person that got murdered and look up and bury their
here's
stuff.
the problem. They did do that. That's why the facts are out. Because there's been a lot of written reports. But when we're talking about the visual news has to paint a picture that an innocent, poor black kid was murdered by a man. They have to tell that story. If they tell anything different, people aren't going to care about it.
Yeah.
It's entertainment. They're trying to frickin', put gas on the fire and, paint the picture a certain way so people get upset and care, so they watch the news. I mean, the whole George Zimmerman trial the whole thing was broadcasted on CNN during the whole fucking thing.
Yeah.
They were banking on this. The news was making money on this. That's why they painted the picture that way. But when you look at the truth, it's like, holy shit, this Trayvon Martin really was a punk kid. There were robberies in the area. There is a possibility that this dude was trying to acquire money for this gun that he wanted to get, and he was robbing houses. At one point, they caught Trayvon Martin in school when he was in high school. They checked his bag that year, 2 weeks before this happened, and they found in his bag women's rings, women's earrings, and a screwdriver, which the school said was a burglary item.
That's crazy.
So, you know what I mean? There's all this stuff out there that people don't know. There were robberies in the area. Trayvon Martin could be robbing places. If he was popping around, maybe he was trying to rob stuff. Who knows?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, I got a question. This is completely off topic, but I just thought of this. You know when you buy a ring for a girl to marry? I know you don't believe in the whole marriage thing or whatever. But for people that do, how do they find out what their size is?
They ask them.
But doesn't that take the whole spontaneity out of it?
No, you get their ring size. All right, listen, if you're trying to marry a girl and you need to get their ring size, one, you could ask a friend of the girl's, or two, you can ask the girl. You could be like, what is your ring size? Because I saw this ring at a thrift store, whatever. You know what I mean? Set up in advance. That's something that you got to Or you can look at the rings. I think it might say the size inside. I don't know. There's like 100 different ways you could do that.
To find out what your girlfriend's ring size is.
But a lot of times, you know what people do? They just get the ring and then have it fitted afterwards.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Yeah. Why? Are you trying to get married?
No, I was always thinking about that. Like, how can you... And women get fatter when they get older, so don't their fingers get fatter? Like, I feel like women, once you get married to them, they kind of just are like, okay, well, I don't need to, like, look good anymore because I'm already hitched, so...
Yeah.
It's a common thing. So wouldn't they need to have a ring that, like, expands a little bit? Elastic?
Then they get it resized. I don't know.
I don't know why I thought of that. I just thought that was weird, and I don't know.
Yeah. We'll be right back after this. We are back, and Blade is still a little hungover.
Yeah, so last night we... let's talk about the biker.
Oh, well, okay, so let me tell you what happened. All right, so last night, there's this fair that goes on near my house, and they have these things for adults, which is called... Oh, now you're going to play your own videos during the podcast.
Sorry, it shouldn't even be on.
The whole world does not revolve around Blade.
I'm sorry. So...
Leaving the doors open.
Continue.
All right, so there's this fair in our area, and adults do this thing at the fair. They don't actually go to the fair. Adults go to the beer tent. And the beer tent, picture like the biggest circus you've ever seen under a tent, times that by 2. That's how big the beer tent is. It's ginormous. And it's such a big area, you would think that you'd have all the room in the world. No.
When they pack in so many people in there.
There's literally
Jesus
like
Christ.
5,000 people side by side on the lawn and a fence.
So when you have...
Surrounding a giant beer tent.
So when people have to move around, you kind of bump into people. It's like being in a severely packed club or whatever.
It's the most miserable experience ever. I hate it, but...
I don't know why we go to those things.
I don't know. So anyhow... we're there. It's my girlfriend and 2 of her girlfriends and another dude that we know and another girl and another girl.
Yeah. And so we're standing there, and I haven't drank in a while, right? So I'm getting a little tipsy. I'm just drinking beer. I'm not doing shots or anything like that. I'm just drinking beer, getting a little tipsy.
He's getting a little tipsy.
And when I get tipsy, for whatever reason, I tend to, like, just say smart-ass things. You know what I mean?
Now, this guy is probably about 6'7". He's pretty tall.
No, he wasn't 6'7".
He was taller than you.
He was a little bit taller than me. But
How tall are you?
I'm 6'2".
All right, he was 6'5", this guy, right?
6'4"-ish.
This dude was tall as shit, right? He comes walking by dressed like the Sons of Anarchy, like a fucking biker. He's got a vest on. He's got leather pants.
But it's really shitty vest.
He's got a chain.
It's a really shitty vest.
He's got fucking earrings, tattoos. This dude looks like a guy that likes to fucking slit people's throat. All right. He's walking past Blade. Blade goes to him.
Hey, what did I say? I said, awesome vest, bro.
So the dude takes 2 steps past Blade and then fucking grabs his shoulder and like turns him around. He's like, "What'd you say?"
Then I was just like, "I said your vest is cool, man. Like, why are you mad at a compliment? Like, trying to defend the fact that I was being a smartass, whatever."
So then my girlfriend, and I hate that Melissa does this, but Melissa my girlfriend runs right at the dude and like grabs him by the fucking vest or whatever, and she's like, stop, no.
And I'm talking to the guy. He's like, do you say that to everyone that's wearing a vest here? I'm like, no one has a vest as cool as yours. And so he was sweaty. You could tell he was extremely drunk. And then his boys got into it and was just like, dude, chill.
You know what the worst is? Okay, normally I'd fucking like be up there like, what's the fucking issue, right?
Yeah.
But fucking Melissa runs in there. I hate when girls do that.
I didn't need Melissa to do anything. I was standing there talking to him right there.
So
you know
at
what
this
I mean? I wasn't
point,
scared of the dude.
I'm standing like 5 feet away, and I'm thinking this dude's gonna swing on Blade. Fucking Melissa's gonna get caught in the crossfire, and I'm trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do. So I'm like, should I pull Melissa off now and then just jump in there and charge the dude? Or I'm just trying to fucking figure out a strategy, and the guy ends up just walking away.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing that I hate. I hate when my buddies back home, they would get into it with people and think that because I'm around that I'm going to back them up. And I'm not going to let my friend get his ass kicked, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I know, like, my friends can all fight. You know what I mean? If someone got their ass beat and didn't do anything about it, it would severely it would severely ruin the relationship almost. I'd be like, you're a bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that if people are going to talk shit and to someone and someone wants to fight, let them fight. I'll let my friends fight. Now, if he's getting severely, I'll break it up if he's getting his fucking ass beat. But for the most part, let him fight. I didn't want to fight the dude, but if I had to, I would,
I think that's ridiculous. I think I don't know.
No,
if you're out with someone and they get in a fight, you got to defend them no matter what. That's the way I feel.
Well, no, I agree with that, but not like what Melissa was doing with jumping in the middle of it. You know what I mean?
Well, Melissa was trying to stop it, but
that doesn't make any sense.
Women are so stupid when they do that. I don't know why they do that.
I mean, it kind of does diffuse the situation because no dude's going to hit a broad, you know what I mean? Unless he's just fucking just super out there,
I got to admit, when the whole thing was squashed and no fight went down, I was a little sad.
I mean, okay.
I got to admit.
So, here's the thing.
Not that I wanted you to get your ass kicked or anything, but I just, I kind of wanted a rumble. I wanted a drama alert.
Everyone wants to see that, but like, here's the thing. I was being a smartass. I continue to be a smartass, and we were face to face. Now, am I wrong for being a smartass? Yes. If that dude was swung on me and I would have got hit and we would fight, it obviously wouldn't have been a good thing. But like for whatever reason, I had like a little bit of liquid courage, but I was still down to fight if I had to.
I don't know. So that was one thing, and then we went around the fair, and I was just like, "Fuck this! I want to go.
Yeah,
I want to go home. I'm not feeling it. I'm not having fun." So I went home. And Blade's begging me the whole ride home. Come on, let's go to the bar. Let's go to the bar. Come on. Come on, Keem. Let's go to the bar. Come on, please. Come on, Keem. And I'm like, no, I just don't want to go. And he's like, look, I'm going to pull one of those Keems where I thought you said yes, and you're going to the bar. I'm like, no. No, Blade. I don't. Dude, there's something about me recently. I don't know if I'm getting old or what, but I don't enjoy drinking like I used to. It's not fun. I'll sit there and drink, and I don't get drunk.
Yeah.
I just get a headache. And I need to be able to get drunk in order for me. Here's the thing. These alcoholics, right? Mm-hmm. Like, they're getting wasted and stuff, but I don't feel like they feel like they're wasted. They're just fucking getting...
Being normal?
They're just being normal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that. When the fucking whole, like, I'm not buzzed thing goes away, then I don't want to drink,
Yeah. So...
I want to feel buzzed. I drink to get fucking high, pretty much.
So, what happened is I dropped Keem off, and I was going to go to the bar, get a couple shots, and come back. But as I walked into the bar, I was alone. Like, I was solo.
Okay.
And I was like, no. Like, for me going out and having drinks, you do that with people.
Yeah.
And plus, I didn't want to get super uber wasted and then have to drive
All right,
home.
then explain what happened.
So I went home. I walked in the bar, said, nah, not for me, and then went home. Okay?
Okay.
Now, when I got home, Scott was there, and I was like, I'm still like, I'm buzzed. I'm not drunk, but I'm like buzzed, and I still want to like go out and like complete the mission. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, Scott, you down to get out of the house and go out? He's like, yeah. So Scott drove and went out, and then I got not annihilated.
No, you got fucking wasted, bro.
I got wasted. Yeah. I got fucking wasted.
So anyhow, this dude tells me that we're doing the podcast last night. He tells me I'm going to the bar, I'm doing one shot, and then I'm going to be back, right? Dude, I don't hear from him, right? So I wait until a couple hours goes by, and I'm like, this is going to be a good podcast because Blade's going to be completely wasted. And I start texting you, you stop answering. So now I did the whole, like, father fucking thing. I'm like, I wonder if he got fucking arrested. I wonder if he got in a fight. I wonder what happened to him.
Yeah.
And I was like...
Thanks, Keem.
I was actually concerned. So then that's when I texted you. I said, are you alive? And then when I woke up this morning, I seen you had a text. You responded and you said, at like 11 a.m., that I forgot what you said, but you were like, I'm
still drunk.
Still drunk.
Yeah. It was, I just needed, dude, I've been on such a doing the podcast and doing videos tip that I haven't been doing anything else but just doing that. So I needed to get out of the house. I wanted to and that's my issue, is that the only thing I know how to do socially is drink. And that's not good. That's the only thing I'm really good at to do socially. When we do things, when you do things with Mia and other parents of other kids,
yeah.
And you sit there and you have a beer and you play some ladder ball. That's cool and dandy and all, but I get bored super fast.
Dude, here's the thing. Here's the worst thing that being at this. I'm 30 years old. You're 30, right?
30, yeah.
The worst thing about being 30 is this. All right, if you're a younger person, look. You're going to fucking get your license. You're going to experience as much as you can. You're going to do all kinds of stuff, and it's going to be awesome with your new independence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to turn 18. A lot of you are going to go to college. Some of you won't. But regardless, you're still going to have crazy fucking awesome times doing crazy different things, entertaining yourself. Then you're going to start drinking. You're going to start getting alcohol. Crazy, doing life, living life, partying, fucking doing everything you want to do. It's fucking amazing. Then this fucking thing hits 30, right?
Yeah.
And you and all of your friends have been doing this for, the last fucking 15 years, right? Going out, getting together, drinking, getting fucked up. That's what you do, have fun. When you get 30, you've done everything, and when you hang out with your friends, it's you have to drink or you have to smoke or you have to do something.
Yeah.
There's no hanging out with your friends without some type of substance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it gets boring because you're not doing anything.
Exactly.
At the same time, you're just hanging out drinking together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's this horrible. I hate being 30. It's so boring.
Well, and also a lot of your friends are end up being parents, and a lot of times once someone becomes a parent, a lot of them don't really kick it like they used to.
But when I was a kid, it was okay, we're gonna get wasted, and then we're gonna go hike across the city and stop at a friend's house. We're gonna do some crazy shit. We're gonna.
For me, getting wasted is the activity. That's to me. I don't want to get wasted and go do something. The activity of getting wasted is good enough for me.
No, doing something and getting wasted is what life is about, but no adults want to do that. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get wasted and then go do something crazy.
That's a good idea.
Well,
actually, that might be a bad idea. Because,
what I'm saying is we're climbing this mountain, right?
Yeah.
Let's drink and smoke the whole fucking way up.
Drink and smoke on the way on the hike up the mountain. You have one of those, what is that helmet that has the beer on it? Have you ever seen that shit?
Yeah, we'll just get a flask. We'll get a flask and we'll fucking fill it up with Jaeger.
Oh.
And we'll pack some smoke and we'll go.
That sounds like a horrible idea.
Why?
Because I'm going to be fucked up when we get to the top of the mountain. I'll be I don't want to be here.
Well, I don't care if we do it sober. I don't care.
I think we should,
I'm just saying I want to do something. Nobody wants to do anything anymore.
I know.
There's no adventures left in life when you've experienced it all.
We haven't experienced it all.
I've experienced so much. I've done so much stuff. I've done things. I've been in near-death stunts before. I've done crazy stuff my whole entire life. I've drove on the back of a snowmobile in a sled, holding onto a string, hitting a jump, and flying 50 feet through the air into another snow pile. I've done insane stuff. I've jumped off bridges. I've jumped off hotels. I've done insane things. My life has been fulfilled with a lot of activity, and now I am 30 years old, and my friends want to get together and sit down and drink.
Yeah. Well, let's instead of just talking about it, let's change it up. Next weekend, let's go do something.
I think we should go climb the mountain this week while we still can.
No, I'm looking for something to, during the week I work, okay?
Yeah.
I'm looking for something to do on the weekends instead of going out and getting wasted. So let's do it on the weekends. Because, on a Friday night or a Saturday night, I'm I don't want to be home.
But you don't understand. That is during the day. You're talking about during the day.
Well, if we go fucking hike or something like that
You got to get up at noon and go do that shit.
I've been getting up at 8.
All right.
I've been getting up at 8 during the week, So I'm just saying I want to do it on the weekends. If we could do some crazy shit.
I want to go out in the real world and take the video camera and entertain these motherfuckers.
I'm down.
I want to, have a vacation from the internet.
Yeah. Absolutely. Like, I mean, there's nothing wrong with... But you know what I was thinking, though? Whenever YouTubers do vlogs when they're traveling, I never watch those videos.
People do, though. They love them.
They do? Really? Because, like, I subscribe to some people, and then, like, they'll be like,
We need a cameraman. We need a cameraman, and we're golden. We get a cameraman, we're good. We just need someone to record everything.
You have to be nice. You
I'll
have
be
to
nice.
You have to be not so aggressive and in your face.
If you live in the Buffalo area, we need a cameraman desperately to film some of the stuff that we're about to do.
I'm down. Kind of bring back kid. That's what everyone's like. People like this, but there's also a lot of people that miss the real life stuff. The real life stuff is why I moved. You know what I mean? So like, let's take advantage of it.
Well, we know who fucked that up.
Come on, man. Like
He did.
I'm leaving that subject alone.
He did.
I'm tired of that subject. It's over.
So, there was a movie that I was waiting for it to come out, and I can't think of what it was.
Was it R.I.P.D.?
Yes, that's the movie.
I made an advertisement for R.I.P.D.
Oh, yeah, on your channel.
Yeah. If you guys have seen it, basically, have you not the
That
movie?
sounded like we were purposely like we're being sponsored by them the way we said that.
I basically the network that I'm with, they're like, if you film a 30-second promo for this movie.
Yeah, but us talking about it isn't promoting it right now.
No,
But it seems that way. The way we were like,
No, I'm just
yeah.
Oh yeah. So if you guys are wondering, it's not like they're paying me to say this. I'm just explaining it. You know, They're like, if you film a little 30-second thing, like here's a video clip that's like 15 seconds, and the other 15 seconds could be just you talking, like a vlog type thing. And I did it at like 7 a.m. after being up all night.
No shit.
Like I was tired.
What are you doing tomorrow?
Tomorrow's Monday. I'm back on that grind.
Okay, well, tomorrow, after you get your first video up or whatever, we're going to go over to Java, New York, and there's this creek, and we'll walk the creek all the way up and down the hill. Like, you ever done creek walking? It's where you take, like, shitty shoes, and you walk in the creek all the way up through the woods.
I gotta work. Like, I gotta work. I've been making 2 videos a day on my channel.
So you don't have 2 videos lined up?
No, I mean, I have concepts lined up.
Do you have your Sunday chill done for today?
No, I'm not doing a Sunday chill today.
Why?
Because I'm hung the fuck over. I don't want to be doing this show right now. Like, but you don't accept no. You don't accept no.
Here's the thing. I told the audience that we're going to film every other day. Or at least, once in a while, every 2 days. We haven't done a show in a while. We had to do a show, and you're doing it.
We were doing...
this is what I'm saying. Okay, I asked Blade to do the show today. Blade's like, nah, dude, I'm hungover. And I was like...
I don't think... the reason why, because I don't think that it would have been a good show. That's why I didn't want to do it.
This is a good show. It's turning out to be a great show. And I'm like, no, dude. I remember going to work completely hungover and working 8 hours. You can come over a fucking 10-minute drive in your car.
Now, when was that, though?
And record.
When was that, though?
That was at like 4 p.m. today.
No. When was the situation where you would go out and you'd be severely hungover and you went to work? How many years ago was that?
That was like, I don't know. It happened a lot. It happened like a couple times every year.
So, but how long ago?
All right. You want the newest or the oldest?
Newest.
Okay, the newest was at the law office.
Okay, and what age were you at that time?
I was 26.
Okay, 26. You could do that. Now, one of the reasons why.
Then what are you drinking for? If you can't even deal with the hangover that comes, why are you drinking?
That's why I cut back.
You should just quit.
I've tried to, but that's what I'm saying. I've tried to, but I get in this mode where I'm like, okay, I need to get out of the house. The only thing I know how to do is, like, as far as, like, socially kicking it, is fucking go out and have some drinks. That's why I want to do other things.
From now on, all right, I am making a rule for myself, and I think it's going to be an awesome rule. I'm only going to drink to celebrate. So I would have to do something amazing, like PewDiePie playing my game. Bam, we're drinking.
But any positive thing, you can make that up to a reason to...
No, it's got to be something really positive. It's got to be a giant success.
Okay. I just want to do other activities besides drinking, try to knock that habit.
But what I'm saying is because...
Because I don't like 2-day hangovers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you gotten 2-day hangovers yet?
No.
Okay. Well, for whatever reason...
I can't even get drunk. That's the problem I'm having right now is I can't get drunk.
Yeah.
I drink a ton, and I just don't feel it.
Because you like to be in control, though. You like to be in control of situations, and getting drunk literally is being out of control.
Yeah.
So that's an aspect of it. I just want to do something different. I want a different activity that you can do. But like, at night, you know, during the weekend, like a Friday night or a Saturday night, that's what people do. So I want to find something else. I want to find where we go somewhere or do something else besides drinking. And
Yeah.
I've been better. You know what I mean? Like it's you know, probably like once a week, usually like a Friday or a Saturday.
I just like smoking.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
It does help.
Makes life so great.
It helps put different things in perspective, and it makes me less cranky and chill, so I like it too.
Yeah, so I kicked your ass in letterball today.
You didn't kick my ass.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't kick my ass.
I skunked you. That's getting your ass kicked. You were
In
skunked.
one game. In one game, you skunked me.
I won 2 games. You won 1 game, and 1 game out of the 2 games that I won was a skunk. That's a ass kicking.
Okay, we developed another rule. We keep on adding rules to this, but this is actually a pretty good one. So because it was so hot, one of the ladder ball ladders was in the shade, and the other one was out in the sun. And it was so fucking hot that you came up with the idea. I don't know. Didn't I come up with it?
No, you did come up with it. You
The
did.
idea that whoever loses the round has...
Wait a minute, I came up with that idea. Don't steal my shit.
No, I came up with that.
I know you did. I was just fucking with
and
you.
I turned into a little bit of an asshole. Like, I did kind of an asshole-ish thing.
No, this motherfucker, right? All right, so let me explain it again so you really understand this, right? Instead of using 2 ladders, we were only using 1 ladder, all right? And the loser of the round had to go pick up the balls.
Had to go play fetch.
So there was a situation where Blade won the round no matter what, and he had 1 ladder ball in his hand. So he knew that he won that round, so I had to go get the fucking balls, right? So what he did is he chucked it as far as he possibly could, so I'd have to run a fucking mile to pick this thing up. That is the biggest dick move. But it was funny, right? And he was like all apologetic. He's like, oh, I should have done that. I'm like, no, you just wait. But then I never actually been in the same situation.
Because I nipped it in the bud. Well, I nipped it in the bud, though, because I was like, I apologize. I will never do that again. So I think that's... Because you're talking about throwing it, like, down the woods.
Yeah,
because there's like a wood... Oh, my God, that would
I was
sucked.
waiting for the chance. That never happened, though.
That would have sucked. You know, when my sister and I, when we were kids, when we used to go through the woods, like we used to like go hiking through the woods, we used to call it the Falling Forest.
Why the Falling Forest?
Because you know how like in your backyard, how the woods kind of just like dip straight down a little bit?
Yeah.
That's where we would go. So we would like try to like hike and climb, and we called it the Falling Forest.
That's cool.
You know what I want?
When you're a kid, the forest is the most amazing place in the world.
Yeah, it's
There's
awesome.
nothing better than a forest.
The beaches, like it's back home. There's like lakes that have like parks on the lakes, and you can. It's awesome. It's cool. You know.
I miss the redwood forest. The redwood forest is the most amazing place on earth.
Where's it in? Like Northern Cali?
It's in Northern California. It is. It's the most amazing place on earth. Like, it is magical, and the oxygen levels that are there have to be through the roof. Me and Melissa went on a 13-mile hike on bikes through the redwood forest, like deep in the woods, and you're surrounded by trees that are so ginormous.
Yeah.
And the ferns were like this big. Like
For those listening at home, he just made an arm gesture of about 4 or 5 feet.
Like, it's okay. A fern will be as big as Blade.
Okay.
Like, that big. It's insane. And actually, they filmed part of Jurassic Park there because everything looks so not of this world.
I'm mad that I didn't go see Jurassic Park in 3D when they had it out.
Why? It's an old film with old CGI. It's not good.
CGI? What's that?
Well, you know what I'm talking about. graphics, and effects.
CGI.
CGI, yes.
You know what though? I don't like how movies have gone that route. Like, remember the Hulk when it came out?
Yeah.
The Hulk looked like someone's PowerPoint presentation. Like when everything is on a computer, so it looks so epic. Well, no, it doesn't. It's just someone got creative on a computer. I don't know. I don't think that's.
No, I like it.
Have you seen the newer Batman? The third.
Yeah.
I thought it sucked.
I didn't like it. The one with the meme or whatever his name is. I didn't like that one.
Yeah, I thought that one sucked.
So.
And plus, I have this thing where if the girl that's supposed to be hot but she's not hot, it like bothers me for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, what's her name? I don't find her attractive.
I know who you're talking about. The Catwoman.
Catwoman, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
She's kind of hot.
I don't know.
Anyhow, ladies and gentlemen, that is the end of the show. If you are a person that donated, we love you. Thank you so much. You're going to get us up that mountain faster. Make sure you check out all our sponsors in the description. And
Peace and buckeries.
Kazam.
No Kazam.